Good morning. It is coffee time. It's only about 6:20, but it looks like the sunrise is not happening until later on this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and have a little coffee before I go for my walk. So I'm having Keto Brains Nootropic. Collagen. Some iodine here. Couldn't find my headphones last night, so corded headphones it is. Ten drops. Put a little stevia in here. And coffee, of course. All right, there you have it. Good morning. Well, you guys, I was getting ready to go outside and walk. Took me a little longer to get ready to go outside. And as soon as I got my shoes on, it started raining. So hopefully it won't rain all day and I'll get a chance to get outside and walk today. But for now, I'm getting ready to go to work. It's a little bit after 7 o'clock. So definitely, hopefully the rain will chill out and we'll be able to get outside and walk today. For now, I got some stuff at work that I need to get handled, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that, and then we'll come back a little bit later on and give you guys yesterday's rundown. Hey you guys, I'm on my way to go take Doc to the groomer. I'm still in my subdivision, but it is very dark outside. It's like stormy, rainy weather. My daughter told me that in order to get into her car, she had to stand in like an inch of standing water. It is nasty, this weather. So anyway, I'm heading over to go take him and drop him off. I also have my mom's dogs for the rest of the week, and they won't be back until Friday. Today is Tuesday. They're headed to Virginia to go see my sister, and her husband is also here from Saudi. So, well, I should say from Bahrain. So they're headed over there, and so I'm keeping their dogs for a few days. I did not get out this morning. I didn't make it out before the rain. And by the time I put my shoes on, the rain was pouring down. So I'm gonna see, hopefully today we'll get a break in the rain at some point so that I can get out here and do my walk. If not, I definitely think I'm gonna go ahead and get on the treadmill because I didn't walk at all yesterday. So I definitely need to get out and do a walk today, or at a minimum, get on the treadmill. I could even do an indoor walk. So, that's an option as well, like a walk away the pounds or one of those other, fast-paced indoor walking sessions. So I got a number of options, and I will make sure that I get a walk in today some kind of way. All right, well, I'm driving, so I'm going to let you guys go because it's raining out here and I need to pay attention to this here road. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, you guys. So I am making myself some breakfast. I wanted to show you this. I got 2 double yolker eggs that I picked up from the farmer's market over the weekend. So I cracked open 2 of them and they each had a double yolk, which was nice. So I'm getting ready to make myself some cheese eggs real quick. It's about 1:17 in the afternoon, and I've been hungry since morning, so feeling pretty good about my length of time that I waited before eating. So let me just some stuff in the skillet. I got some butter right here, a Keurig butter. And I'm gonna put a little bit of bacon grease in here as well, so that my eggs don't stick to this skillet. Actually, I have a little tallow, so I'm gonna use some of that. I already got this out, so let's just put some of this in here. Okay. Some tallow and some butter together. There. And beat my eggs with a spoon. But excuse me while I beat my eggs. Just gonna let this heat up a little bit, and then I'm gonna put the cheese in there. I'm definitely gonna try to make it back to the market this weekend and get some more of those pastured eggs. I love the double yolker ones, so we'll definitely try to get some more of those. All right, so I got some white American cheese here. That's what I'm going to put in the bottom of my skillet. Slices. I probably should have just had one because I am planning to have, oh, that tastes yummy. Butter and tallow, delicious. I am planning to have some burgers for dinner, so now that I'm having my cheese this morning, I may not have any cheese on my burger today. So I'm gonna just let that heat up for a minute and then we'll come back. These are gonna be super fatty because I put, you know, about a tablespoon of tallow in there. Today's been really busy at work, so plus I go out all the time because the dog had grooming today. So I am definitely ready for my cheese eggs. I got some bacon and sausage in here, so I'm gonna heat up a little of that. Just a little pinch of bacon and sausage on a plate. A couple of pieces of sausage. And then a couple of pieces of bacon. I'm gonna just heat this up real quick. That should do it. Let's pop this in the microwave. There we go. I have quite a bit of eggs, so I'm not sure my little plate's gonna work. I just realized that my stepdad I forgot that my stepdad brought brisket this morning, so we'll just go with the eggs and the bacon and the sausage, and that ought to do it. Now it's right up on my little plate. It's actually like 4 eggs because of those double yolkers. But yeah, looks good. All right, you guys, let me show you. Here's my plate. Doesn't that look so delicious? I'm gonna put a little white salt on it. Well, not white salt because it's Redmond real salt, and that salt is not white. That's my Redmond real salt. Just sprinkle a little titch on here. Don't want to make it too salty because I do have bacon, and bacon is salty. All right, let's have a little taste. You guys, I love my cheese eggs. So good. So I'm using Kraft Deli Deluxe cheese. I know it's not that great, but my preference is to go to the grocery store and pick up the Boar's Head white American cheese. That cheese, when you put it in your eggs, it makes it taste like it's cheese with grits. This doesn't give you that same vibe, but still, it's good. All right, time to go back to work. Hey guys, it's about 7 o'clock p.m. and I'm outside for my walk. It's Tuesday, August 6th, and so 6 days of my August challenge. I didn't get out this morning, so let me show you guys the lake. Right, there it is. It was pouring down rain this morning. Oh, here's the geese. I haven't seen our friend in a couple of days. So I didn't get out this morning because it was like I was getting up and getting ready. And as soon as I got ready to go outside, basically the floodgates opened and it poured down rain so bad today. I was just looking out my window and there was a big old pool of water on my little sidewalk in the back of my house. Like, oh my gosh. So, I mean, I had already sprayed down my bug spray and everything. I was ready to go. Anyway, here we are now. So, finally getting a chance to get this walk in. I just set my Peloton app. So, I'm going to walk for at least a half an hour. And hopefully we'll be back out in the morning. It's cooler, you guys. So, today's rain brought the cooler weather. So, cool and less humidity. So, I like that. I do like the summer. I like the heat, but I do not like so much humidity. So, let me just give you guys the rundown from yesterday really quick. So yesterday was supposed to be a lean day, and I kind of was on the struggle bus a little bit yesterday, to be honest. So I ended up having, like, for breakfast, I had tuna salad. So I made my tuna salad with 1 can of, tuna and water. And then I added some avocado mayo, 1 tablespoon. The avocado mayo is like Primal Kitchen, I think it is. It has like 100 calories. So it wasn't really, it's a high fat one because I guess it's paleo, primal, keto type of mayo made from avocado oil. So then I added 2 boiled eggs to that, and some mustard and seasoned salt. So that breakfast was really, I ate the whole thing with some rib rack pork rinds. That breakfast was really not as lean as I would have liked. I had 2 meals yesterday, and the second meal, I had some sirloin steaks in my freezer, so I pulled those out, as well as I had some chicken, like wingdings. Pulled that out, and then I had 3 chicken breasts that I cooked for the husband. So I grilled up all of that stuff, and then I also had these 50-50 burger patties. So 50% meat, 50% fat. I didn't really like them. I don't know. The texture was weird, and the taste was weird. So I'm not sure. I was not a huge fan of those. So I ate about a quarter of one of those, and also I ate a nice sized sirloin. I'm assuming it was probably about 11 or 12 ounces. It was big. And a couple of those wingdings. So I didn't even put it in my Fitness Pal. I'm like, I don't think that was a lean day. But I didn't add like any butter to my steak or anything like that. It was more of a high protein meal, actually, than high fat. This is like a hill right here. And it's always like, trying to get up the hill. Okay. So that's what I had to eat yesterday. I did not have, I didn't walk at all yesterday. See, I put my stuff on this morning and it's worn off. I didn't walk at all yesterday. And really, it was so humid. It was like, yuck. Now, I know I could get on the treadmill and walk, but I just didn't do it. I was not in the mood. I was tired because I, of course, haven't been sleeping well. Kind of got a lot going on. And so I was up late working on videos. So that's like the bane of my existence, is making sure I get these videos out. So I decided that I am going to just go to bed at 10 o'clock, whether or not the video is done. Excuse me. It's gonna slow down my ability to complete these videos. I'm back over here at this garden bed. I just love this so much. It's like a nice raised bed with tomato plants. Yesterday we saw that big leaf caterpillar, is what my grandson called it. He's pretty smart. He probably knows what it is. They got another one over there. Those are really nice. And I have got raised garden beds on the side of my house, but they don't get any sun. So I did put my tomato plants on the end of it last year. I had a couple tomato plants right on the end, because at the very end is where it gets some sunlight. But we're just not eating tomatoes like that. You know, my husband, he eats them a little bit. Like, I'm gonna cook some burger patties when I get back, and he'll probably have some tomato slices on that. So, yeah. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so I was just saying that I basically I kind of didn't do it yesterday. I just didn't do it. And it's okay. I'm out here today, so I'm happy about that, because it was also a press to get myself to get up and get out today as well. I want to talk about food, dieting, and my struggle. You guys, the struggle is real. So if you guys have been watching my channel for any length of time, you are aware that I have done all kinds of diets. Like, I did medical weight loss. I did Weight Watchers. I've done the cabbage soup diet. I've bought all kinds of books of different diets, South Beach and paleo and keto, low carb. I mean, not low carb, but low calorie, low fat. Just been dieting since age 11, basically. When I had decided that I should just only eat raw hamburger. I should only eat raw hamburger because that was what I wanted and that was what I was craving. And my mom was like, you cannot eat that. You're gonna get sick. So, you know, I went from eating the raw hamburger to eating only carrots for a while. And now I realize the raw hamburger was probably the right choice. If I just stuck with that, maybe cook the hamburger just a tiny bit, that would have been good enough. But anyway, I've done all kinds of diets. And the really cool and awesome thing about the carnivore diet is that it's not a diet. It's a way of eating. It's a way of life. And I have not felt like, I was on, there's just been a very few times during the course of my stint on the carnivore way of eating that I have felt like it was a diet. And those times have been where I'm doing like various challenges. So in October last year, I did sea lion diet. Sea lion diet is like ruminant meats only and seafood. Did that for the month of October. I successfully did it, but basically I felt fine on it, but I just felt deprived. Okay. So the next thing I did was in February, there was a challenge after I did my fast. So the beginning of January, I did a fast, which is like a spiritual fast. And so I did a 7-day fast. I usually try to do that, something like that every year. Oh Lord, my battery is going dead. So we might not get to finish this conversation. So do that every year. But then the next thing you know, in February, I did the lion diet. Now, lion diet, I did not feel good. After 2 weeks on lion, I was like, I'm not going to be able to keep this up. I added in some pork and I felt great after that. So that was the last challenge that I did until July, when I said, I'm going to do another challenge, weight loss challenge. And oh my goodness. Look at there, the little buns. I think the berries are on these little bushes. So they're enjoying the berries from the bushes. So anyway, in July, gonna do ruminant meats, gonna do seafood, gonna do bacon. And then about a couple of weeks in, you notice I started adding some more stuff in because I started to feel deprived, right? So now here we are in August. And I'm trying to do a similar thing to what I did in July. And today I just felt frustrated. Like, why am I on a diet when I'm on carnivore? Why am I on a diet? Why am I thinking about food? So what happened was, this morning I looked at my plan and I saw that today was a regular eating day. And I got super excited, like so happy. So happy because I was going to be able to have a regular eating day, eat, just normally. So that to me says, okay, so something is wrong here because carnivore is not a diet, although it is a way of eating, right? So I talked to my friend G Brown. She helped me talk me down off the ledge as far as what will my next steps be. So I'm gonna finish out the month of August as planned because I really want to keep my commitment to myself. My dad's calling. So I was saying that for the month of August, I'm doing something similar to what I did in July, with the exception that I'm just eating regular carnivore, the way that I eat carnivore, right? So all the meats, just meat. I'm using my red mineral salt seasoned salt. I'm having my, just eating regular instead of trying to restrict what I'm having. Now, G says that I'm having too many options. I have way too many options. Just eat like one thing. We'll see. Maybe after I get through August and have time to rethink how I want to do my carnivore, because I do not want to be on a diet, you guys. I don't. I've been dieting my entire life, and that is just not what I want, and I don't want that feeling of restriction. Carnivore is supposed to be eat when you're hungry, don't eat if you're not hungry, and that is supposed to work. So, and it does work. So I just have to rethink how I want to do my carnivore. So look for something different coming up in September again, although we're just at the beginning of August at this point. So I don't know if you guys ever feel this kind of way, G was saying that what she hears me saying is that all the people around me are losing weight and I'm not losing weight. And maybe so. When I say all the people around me, I'm talking about carnivores that are losing all this weight. And basically, I wasn't losing weight for a long time, months and months and months. I lost some weight when I was on the fast, but promptly gained that weight all back when I started eating again. So, I don't know. Just trying to see how can I feel good mentally about what I'm doing. It's a very good question. I think I had mentioned that I want to get a conversation. Matter of fact, I am going to maybe watch a couple of videos that has Dr. Georgia Eat. I know Homestead How, Carrie Mann did an interview with her, and I know that she's been on a few channels, like she was with Dr. Barry, and so maybe I'll check out some of her information to see. I know that a lot of the influencers lean toward more of a lion type of a diet, no dairy at all, no cheese, and so far I have not been willing to just give that completely up. I just haven't. So I don't know. I'm not ready to give it up. So that is that for the time being. I'm not ready to give up my cheese. Now, heavy cream I had to give up because, drinking a lot of heavy cream causes my eczema on my hands to flare really bad. So that is something that I'm just not able to tolerate, is having heavy cream in my coffee, even though it's absolutely delicious. One thing that G mentioned was maybe do some bone broth. So I do have a bone bag in my freezer, and I could do some bone broth, make some bone broth in the pressure cooker. So that's a thought, is to pressure cook up some bone broth and have some broth, maybe egg drop soup and stuff like that. So that's really, really good stuff. Actually, I do enjoy the egg drop soup. So that's something that I could have that's nice and filling but lean. So for the lean days, I might try to do some different kinds of things besides just eating a can of tuna, can of sardines. It's good. It tastes all right. But, how many days are you going to do that in a row? How many times in a row? Huh? I just don't see myself continuing to do that every single time. So I needed to find some other options. I definitely need to find some other options. Of course, that fish soup that I made the other day was super good. So I could put that in the rotation, maybe add some different kinds of seafoods to it. So, I'm just thinking about it. But I don't want to be obsessing over food. That's one thing that I do not want to do. And so I know I'm supposed to say what I want. What I want is to be able to eat my carnivore way of eating and not worry about food. That's what I want. So that's where I'm going. That's what my plan is, to eat my carnivore diet and stop worrying about food. Period. Well, I definitely warmed up out here on my walk, so I probably did not need a jacket, even though it was kind of cool when I first came outside. I might not have needed to wear a whole jacket. But so now I'm kind of a little bit sweaty, but I want to go home. I'm going to put some hamburger patties on the grill, and that is what we're going to have for dinner. That will be delicious. And then face another lean day tomorrow. So I hope you guys have had a good August 6th, and I will see y'all again tomorrow. This is my dinner for the day. I'm having two third-pound burger patties with a little bit of Redmond real salt, seasoning salt.